What's up, guys? So what I want to talk about tonight is the very, very famous story where Jesus meets a woman at the well in St. John's Gospel, the 4th chapter. Now, in this story, of course, Jesus meets a real woman who really had 5 husbands and was living with somebody who wasn't her husband. And so therefore, Jesus comes on the scene. And of course, this is a real person with a real story. But what I want to talk about in this particular video is how actually she is a type for the entire northern kingdom of Israel. Remember, she was a Samaritan, which is the area of the ancient northern kingdom of Israel. I want to talk about how she's a type for that and how you can see that played out in this story. Okay, now really quickly, if you like the contents of this channel, keep in mind that a subscription, a like can really help us. We're now on the road to 500 subs, which is super exciting. But again, if you feel so moved, keep in mind a subscription can really, really help us. Okay. So when Jesus meets this woman at the well, keep in mind the well was a meeting place. It definitely references how Jacob met a woman at the well. And also it's clearly in the Gospel of John, there's this constant theme of new creation going on straight from John chapter 1, where Jesus is, where St. John is retelling the creation story through the person of Jesus, right? And of course he was present in the initial creation, the Son of God was. The new creation is coming through Jesus and through his life, death, and resurrection and ascension, okay? Now, with that said, okay, in this sense of new creation, there's also something going on here with the northern kingdom of Israel. Remember, Jesus, after the ascension, tells them to take the gospel to Judea and Samaria, okay? So he clearly cares about taking it to the northern kingdom, to the old lands of the northern kingdom. But you can think about it this way. So she had 5 husbands. Now, there were 5 pagan nations that ultimately ended up going into the northern kingdom of Israel, kind of making it unclean in that way. So in her own life, she's typifying the northern kingdom of Israel. She had 5 husbands, representative of the 5 pagan nations. The 6th one is Samaria, right? Who's not where God is the place where God is not properly worshipped. That happens in Jerusalem in the temple. But then with Jesus coming on the scene, he's number 7, the number of wholeness. And in this, it's saying that in new creation, God is bringing even the old northern kingdom into this reality of new creation for those who believe in Jesus and participate in the new community he's building, the church. So you can think about it this way. Of course, she's a real person, and of course, this is her life, but she's also typifying in her own story the northern kingdom of Israel and showing how God in new creation is even bringing redemption there for those who believe in the name of Jesus and are baptized. So there's something to pray on and think about, but there's some really cool thoughts on the woman at the well story, one of the most powerful stories in the Gospels. God's peace, y'all.